Hello everyone, I'm Shannon. This is Lifestyle Manifesting, and I talk all about manifesting as a lifestyle so you can live your dream life. Today I do want to talk about reacting to the 3D, okay? I want you to recognize when you are reacting to the 3D and the circumstances. So an example would be, let's say you go on a job interview and during the job interview or after, you didn't get the job. So reacting to the circumstance would be you in question mode, wondering, why did this happen? Why didn't I get the job? What's happening now? I am qualified. I don't understand. So that's being in the question mode. What you want to do instead is be more of in the answering mode, okay? Feeling like the answers, you know the answer. So you would be reacting, right? You're reacting, and that's not advantageous to be questioning. You want to be reacting in a way where you're an observer and you say to yourself what you want the outcome to be. So you want the outcome to be everything's going to work out for you. Any possibility exists. They could still call you back. You are the right person for that position. More opportunities are coming to you. When you're reacting to the 3D circumstance, you want to be sure that how you're reacting, okay, you're becoming an observer, and how you're reacting aligns with what you want your desire to be. Okay, this is you having a mental discipline and training yourself, knowing that it's always going to work out for you. And the best opportunities are coming for you. So another example of reacting to the 3D circumstances would be thinking about, like with a specific person. Let's say a specific person is ghosting you. So reacting is you, again, questioning why. Why aren't they calling me? What are they doing? Let me check. Oh, they still haven't talked to me yet. Now it's been 10 days, okay? So that reaction keeps that reality in place because of your focus and attention to it. So to shift and change your reality, you want to have new thoughts around the desired reality. Your desired reality is you want to be talking to them, right? You want communication. You want constant communication. So what you would do instead is, this is you learning how to be an observer. This is you learning your whole world is just a reflection. So if you could not take anything personal, look at it, observe it, be aware of what's happening, and then affirm the reality you want. Okay, you could look at it and say, that's not what I want, and that's not what I like. What I want is this. I want to see them constantly communicating with me. I want to see them fall deeply in love with me. This is what I intend. When you're dealing with the unwanted circumstance, the best way you could do that is really, depending on the moment, like in the moment, if you do feel it's bringing anxiety to you, well, then you calm yourself down. You use techniques to calm yourself down. So you can already have in place, it doesn't mean that you're expecting it, it's just you're creating something in place for those situations. Because you will get better and better at overcoming that. So start seeing yourself as someone who can transcend and overcome circumstances. That could be something you affirm and imagine what that looks like. You can take in the moment some breathing exercises, or you can actually just change the topic and do something else and come back to it, right? Come back to affirming the reality you want when you are feeling better. All right, I'm going to answer some questions. I did get to see SP yesterday. Like I told you, I was manifesting, but it went so badly. Okay, here's the thing. You did see your specific person yesterday. So let that be a good thing. However that happened, it worked out, right? You did manifest them into, whether it's in the right place at the right time or you saw each other. Okay, so it went badly. The thing is, you have to stop. Again, this is reacting to circumstances. Be an observer. Look at what happened, and you could probably figure out, like, where your thoughts were, what were you thinking, were you having doubts and worries? If you knew you were going to see them, so this is for all of you for the future also, when you know you're going to see your specific person, set an intention like, oh, I know I'm going to see them in a couple hours. How are you feeling? Are you feeling nervous about it and worried about it? Because if you are, you want to work within cultivating a feeling of more security and feeling more empowered or more confident. So you could create that. I intend to feel confident. I intend this goes well. So you have to be picturing what it is going to look like, because if you didn't picture how you want it to go smooth and harmonious, then if you've been having a lot of reactions that are fear-based or doubting and worried or anxiety, that's going to reflect back, okay? So your job is to replace those feelings with new thoughts. You persist in new thoughts to feel better, okay? So here's the thing. Even though you're perceiving it went badly, just start telling yourself, it didn't even go that bad. You could revise it. It didn't go that bad. It's okay. This is still working out. I intend it's working out. I intend to see success in my life with this specific person. I intend to see a powerful relationship with us. Okay, so I just did some affirmations on TikTok. Like one of my last videos I just did today was manifesting marriage. So even if you're not manifesting marriage, I think those are great affirmations that I said for a strong relationship, because what you want to be doing is thinking about what it looks like to be in a strong, committed relationship. You want to spend more time thinking about how you want it to look, rather than thinking about how it's falling apart or it's not working. What do you want? Back to Curious Gal, because you have a couple more comments here. You're not sure how you caused it. I don't want you to spend a lot of time figuring out, like sometimes we know right away. Sometimes you can go back and look and observe and say, oh yeah, actually I was fearing and I was doubting. Okay, if you don't know, I don't want you to spend a lot of time wondering and trying to figure it out, because the answers will rise within you through time. I was gonna say time doesn't exist, but in the present, sometime in the present moment, you'll just have like an epiphany, or you'll have a realization, or you'll have a moment where you'll think something and realize, oh, that's why, okay? You didn't react when it was happening. You just sat there and affirmed in your head. Okay, well, that's exactly what you want to do. You probably sat there, the whole thing isn't written right here, but you sat there in your head probably affirming how you wanted it to be. That's exactly what you want to do, okay? Because you don't want to react, and that's how this video started, is talking about reacting. If you're reacting and saying no, and you're fighting with the 3D, that's really keeping in that situation in place, okay? You're transcending. So I'm really proud of you to transcend that. And just know you're so powerful, you can change it right now, okay? You spend more time affirming the reality you want, rather than wondering what's wrong or being in the questioning. Okay, so Myra, I was in the perfect state to manifest yesterday. Then I just fell out of it. Okay, now what? Well, you're manifesting all the time, and you've been manifesting your whole entire life, all the time, 24/7. We just probably maybe didn't call it manifesting. Maybe you just called it living your life. This is living our life. Everything we're experiencing, manifest means to materialize or to reveal. We are only experiencing, and like your life, what you see in every area of your 3D is what you're consciously aware of. It's your awareness and your attention to knowing this reality is why you're seeing it, because it's being outpictured. It's a projection from your imagination from right onto the screen of space, onto this world, this physical world. If you want to change anything, you just have to change your thoughts and persist. You become loyal to your desire. Everything is existing. We just live in this like shadow world where we perceive that it's only limited, like what we see in this box, right? But everything exists right now. All of creation exists right now. So if you're only aware of what you see, that's what you're experiencing. Even what you don't see exists, you have to spend more time thinking about that reality, because it does, like, even though you don't see it, it does exist. And only for you to experience it, you have to your consciousness, your awareness needs to be more focused on that unseen reality, or, what we don't see, okay? So we are always going in and out. You said you're in a perfect state yesterday. We're always going in and out of different states. It's okay. You're just in a state. Maybe you fell out of it. Just keep intending. I intend to get into that state where I am, have my manifestation, where I feel powerful, where I'm feeling better. You can, you could do that by affirming or imagining. You could even just go on with your day and be living your joy, because you'll be in a better state, right? When you're living in gratitude, you're in a better state because you're grateful for what you have. And when you're grateful for what you have and you're feeling that state of gratitude, that's the feeling you have when you have a desire, right? It's the same feeling. So the power of being grateful in the moment will help you align to that desire, okay? That's something you can do when you're not feeling well. Be in the state of gratitude. Dave, okay. How to manifest losing weight. So when losing weight, here's the thing. You don't want to be noticing what you don't like. So let's say you look in the mirror and you're like, I still look the same and I want to lose weight. And then you look and it feels like nothing has happened. And then if you eat something and you're like, I shouldn't have eaten that. Okay, this is what is happening in the world, right? And maybe in your world. If you're doing that, you have to become aware of that. You be more aware of how you're looking at things. You should be looking at your food and loving it. Okay, don't think, that cheesecake's going to put weight on my thighs, right? Because that's what we're manifesting. That's what we're creating. You don't even need to go on a diet. You don't even need to work out. You can manifest losing weight without doing anything, okay? Now, depending on your belief about that, you could truly do that by affirming what you want your body to look like. That's what you want to be thinking about. You want to be eating food thinking that it's nourishing and loving and it's going into your body and your body is responding to you. Okay, so you simply could do it by that. Now, if your belief isn't totally there, you also may take inspired action. You might take inspired action to do something, but you want to create an intention behind no matter what you do. Let's say you climb steps every day and you live on the 3rd floor, and they're like, so you would want to set the intention like, I'm climbing all these steps and my body is moving and responding to me and losing weight because I'm going up and down the steps when I go in and out of the house or even back and forth. Okay, so it's the way that you look at everything. Your perspective is, your beliefs are creating everything. Arnold Schwarzenegger would look at his muscles, right? That's why fitness instructors talk about the mind-body connection. Okay, but they don't even realize to the extent you wouldn't even have to wait. You truly do not even have to lift weights. I have proven this to myself. You don't have to lift weights to build a muscle. Okay, but so Arnold Schwarzenegger would like look at his muscles and talk to them and ask them to grow, and he would visualize how that looks. So those are things you can be doing. Okay, you want to talk more about yourself, about what you want, not what you don't want. Okay. Don't look in the mirror and say, hasn't changed. I don't like this. Nothing fits. Start focusing how you want it to look. So how do you revise? So revising is taking, like, whatever happened, right, in what we perceive as the past, you revise it as if you wanted it to go, how you would have liked it to go. So someone earlier had just said everything went badly yesterday. You could revise that. Instead of remembering it went badly, you start to change that. You revise it. It wasn't that bad. It actually went better than I thought. So you could revise it to that. You could revise it and change it completely. The past, present, and future only exist right now. You can change your past. And when you change your past, you would create, you replace your memory, right? The past is just a memory. So you replace that memory with the new memory. You persist in that new memory, and your future will manifest as if whatever you are affirming with the revision, okay? Yeah, can you manifest? Sarah wants to know if you can manifest bumping into him. Absolutely. Just imagine. So those are things, okay, our inner conversations that we're saying, big time, are manifesting all the time. So if you're wondering, let's say you're always wondering, well, I like him, but how are we going to bump into each other? Because he lives there and I live here and we're not even in the same city, or we're not even in the same area, and we don't even have the same friend group. How are we ever going to bump into each other? Okay, so instead of doing that, you want to start envisioning it's possible. I'm always in the right. This is what you would affirm or envision, right? Your thoughts should align with how you want it to look. All possibilities exist. I'm in the right place at the right time all the time. I'm bumping into him. Who knows? You could go to the same party and he's there. You could be at the gas station and he's there. You could be anywhere and he is there. Okay. So you want to more envision and entertain those ideas. If like right with your mental diet and your inner conversations, it's possible he could be there. Okay. Now I don't want you to be every moment thinking it like coming from lack, but more inquisitively, like it's possible, this is fun, right? I could bump into him. I intend to bump into him. You only have to say it once. I intend to bump into him some way, somehow, because I'm in the right place at the right time. And then just drop it. Now, if you do doubt it, then you want to reaffirm that. No, it's possible I could bump into him. Yeah, what if you lost interest in them while manifesting? Well, that usually means that you don't have an attachment to them. So that does happen. It does happen that you lose interest. And they usually manifest right at that time, within that time, because you're not having opposing thoughts or fears or doubts that this is happening. Okay. Now it could be another thing. It could be you worked so much on your self-concept and who you see yourself as. And if they didn't treat you right, now you're really looking at it and thinking to yourself, I want better than that. And I don't even want that person anymore, which is fine. By the way, you created that person from the state of where you were. They're just a reflection of you. So you can choose whatever you want to do. This is your life. You get to choose. Lizzie, how to make him take me serious? Well, maybe right now you're constantly saying, he never takes me serious. Okay, maybe you're not saying it, but you're thinking it. If you're thinking he doesn't take me serious, and when is he going to take me serious? That's what you're manifesting. That's how you see your relationship with him. So what you would want to do is say intentions or affirmations. You want to think from having him taking you serious. So I intend he's taking me serious. How does that look? If he's taking you serious, what if, when we say like, what if, it'll help loosen that resistance. Because maybe you're affirming, I want him to take me seriously. I intend. He is taking me serious. And then it doesn't feel right? It feels resistant. Then you could soften it up by saying, what if? What if he took me serious? What would that look like if he's taking me serious? Vanessa, how do you not doubt or have fear if it seems unreachable? You have to remind yourself that you're the operant power. Everything exists. All creation is complete. Quantum physics tells us that energy cannot be destroyed or created. It's existing. And religion and scripture tells us all things exist now. Creation is complete. You have limitless possibilities. It is reachable. It is attainable. Now, removing doubts and fears, that's something you want to work within, feeling more. So the opposite of having doubts and fears would you be a person who's more self-assured, more secure, more confident. So those are things you can work within your own self-concept, feeling more secure, feeling self-assured, feeling empowered, feeling confident, self-reliant. And that's going to help dissolve some of those fears. And then you could dissolve that fear in relation to that exact situation. Okay. Also be aware, like our mental diet is all the things we're listening to and consuming during the day. What are you consuming? Are you consuming the news with fear? Everything that's present, there's so much fear-based information when you're watching the news or any social media. Okay, so because if you're already in that place, I'm not seeing so much fear because I'm in such a secure place that doesn't come into my existence. So practice spending time away from listening to those things with fear, because the reason you're seeing all that is because it's a reflection from within you. You create the confidence within. This is the fear. Husband left to third party, having divorced, manifesting him back. Okay. So number one, There's a third party you do not want involved with. When it comes to a third party, you know why the third party's there? Because of you. It's because of you. Do you understand that everyone is yourself pushed out? Do you understand? Because this is a little more advanced manifesting, but everyone in your world is a reflection of you. And the third party is in your life to show you that it's something within you. So either you didn't feel chosen, you didn't feel a priority. You can probably pinpoint this, right? Maybe you felt jealousy. Maybe you didn't feel happy, but you didn't know how to express yourself. Maybe you were thinking something along the lines of, that there could be a third party. All of those fears manifest. Okay, so the powerful thing is you can do something about it. You can manifest that third party gone. The number one thing that you want to do with third party is focus on yourself, okay? Because you need to see yourself as the priority, chosen, worthy, valuable, okay? So you're gonna spend time with seeing yourself in that light, okay? Then, not only focus on yourself in that way, don't ever focus on the third party, because if you were here earlier, whatever you're consciously aware of is what you experience. If you're aware of the third party, they will be in your experience, and they'll be in your experience through your husband, because that's how, path of least resistance to come through him. So focus on yourself. Stop talking about the third party. If anyone brings the third party up, just shut it down. No, don't want to talk about that. Stop talking about it. Focus on yourself, and you create imaginal scenes and ideas of how that looks that you and your husband are together, okay? Don't worry if you have a divorce in place, don't even worry. Don't think about time. Just focus more on the two of you being together, because even if you did get divorced, it could still play out your way, okay? It's all about you. It all has to do with you and how quickly you focus on the desired reality you want, how loyal you are to that desired reality. With the third party, you could also just create like a short story that will help you not think about them. Just say, oh, that third party's out of the picture because my husband came back and loves me, right? This is affirming a story, because remember, our thoughts precede the physical reality. Our thoughts are the cause. The effect is reality we're experiencing. So it's backwards. It feels backwards from how you lived your whole life. It feels, so you have to kind of shift to a person who knows you're the causation. Start shifting to knowing you're the cause. The world is the effect. That experience is an effect coming from you. The more you really kind of identify that, acknowledge it, remind yourself, you'll really see the world in a different way. So create a story that person has a different life and they found someone new. Is it better to manifest in steps, friends with benefits, to commit to marriage, to life together, or decide one, live in the end? I think it kind of depends person to person. There's really no right or wrong. You can live in the end, but let's say in the meantime you feel like, if it feels like it's such a big stretch and it's so far away, then create steps. Create the steps that you are in a committed relationship. Friends with benefits is because you have the most amazing intimacy, and that is life. It's you don't want to create that it's a negative thing. You want to create that it is a positive thing. You want to create that you have this great intimacy and that it's building on every area in your life. You're building on your communication. You're building on your connection. And so it's the story that you play out. So you'll be able to best decide like what feels better for you. You can create imaginal scenes of living in the end. What does that look like if you're married and together? You could even just affirm it once and it's done. But the reason that we're affirming and persisting in it is because some people might pay attention too much to the 3D reality because they don't understand their own power. All you need to do is plant the seed and it's done. Okay, so the reason we're persisting in the affirmation, and persist is more of a gentle thing, right? It's continuing to be loyal to the desire you want, continuing to reaffirm the desired reality, desired experience. That's what you're persisting in, okay? So you persist in that. So anytime you have a thought, oh, it's not working, you start to look at the 3D and you think, oh, it's not working. When is it going to happen? That's when you need to reaffirm. You either live in the end, you could live in the end, or you could just reaffirm, this is all working out. Our relationship is getting stronger. I intend it's getting stronger. What if it's getting stronger? What if my specific person is like so in love with me and wants to spend every moment with me? Andrea, okay, you're sick and you need to stay home. How do I manifest my mom to accept that? Everyone is yourself pushed out. So it's the same with your mom. Right now in your head, you're saying, oh, my mom doesn't accept this. Maybe you're worried about it. Maybe you're talking about it with friends or just in your own mind. And if you're having a conversation with yourself, right? We're having inner conversations with ourselves all the time. And our own inner conversations, that's what's manifesting. So you need to make your inner conversation, my mom loves and accepts me. My mom supports me no matter what. My mom is okay with that. By the way, with your health, instead of focusing, I don't know what the situation is, but you could focus on health and well-being. I intend to be healthy and strong. My cells regenerate. I am powerful. So your job is to focus on what you want. You want health, vitality. You want with your family, acceptance, support, love, harmony, right? So that's what you want to focus on in your mind. I intend my mom accepts it. I intend my mom's really helpful. Even if she shows she's not helpful, you have to affirm until you see the reflection. You don't stop and say, nope, it didn't happen after 5 days. It didn't even happen after a month. Well, that's because every time you say, nope, it's not happening, that's why you're stopping it and you're not believing in it and you're not loyal. You have to be loyal to your story. Loyal to the unseen reality, loyal to the desire that you want. Okay, Eros, I'm fighting with the father of my children who is keeping my children from me. How do I change this? Okay, and I know that could probably feel emotional, like no matter what the situation, it's sometimes we're feeling so emotional about it. When you're emotionally, the thing is, can you detach a little bit from what situation is playing out? Because you want to, and stop telling that story. I'm fighting with the father of my children, okay? So here's what you do in your mind. So you want to start picturing, how do you want it to look? Not what's currently happening right now. What is your ideal picture of how you want that to look? You want harmony, right? So that's general, and that's pretty easy to go to general, right? Instead of going general feels easier, right? So general picture. We are harmonious. Things are working out. You want to think things are working out for me, right? Everything's working out for me in my favor. It's working out. It's harmonious. What's in the best interest of the children? To have a loving mother and to have a loving father. You could create that he is loving and caring and involved, but it's whatever story you're telling. So you have to pay attention to what's the story you're telling yourself about the situation. You affirm it, imagine it, let your imaginal conversation be, I know this is all gonna work out. I know it's meant to be harmonious. I intend this is working out. So my children have the best life, and see parents who can be amicable and parents who can get along, okay? So you need to look at the big picture of what you want to see, and that's the reality that you're affirming. I literally created such a harmonious, situation with my children's dad that I could have a thought. When it's not even my weekend, when it is my weekend, and like this one time I was having a thought like, well, I want to go out of town that weekend, but it's my weekend with the kids. And within 1 hour, I received a text from him saying, hey, can I take the kids that weekend? Because I've already created harmony between us, that it's always working out in my favor, right? I didn't even need to take action and call him. It all came to me. I create a harmonious world, okay? That was one situation, but I've had other situations exactly like that in so many different areas of my life. So you can create that, but you have to this is a mental discipline. You want to focus on the bigger picture of how you see your life to look. And it's not even that hard, it's just different. It's just a different way of thinking. So it's not hard, it's just different. You can do it, you can persist. You can affirm, you can be loyal because you know you want the best for your kids. Okay, I tried to manifest him, but he ended up in another relationship. Okay, well, the reason, first of all, if you still want him, you can still manifest him. It's something within you that happened. Either you were fearing it or worried about it. Did you wonder if someone else is going to show up, someone better, or it's just not working out for you? Or, what are your internal feelings about yourself, about, having love and being in love and being in a relationship and feeling chosen? So I don't know without speaking to you, but those are things you can look into yourself. Okay, I am Steph. What if we fall off and start to react to circumstances? Do we jump back in? Yeah. And first of all, if you react to circumstances, it's okay. I want you to just get better. Like you could be at a point where it doesn't even bother you or affect you whatsoever. You're just an observer looking and you're saying, oh, I don't like this and I do like this and I don't like that. And you know your power, and it's like you can literally snap your fingers or swipe the world and get what you want. So even if you react, it's not a big deal. Just tell yourself it's not a big deal. That's okay. You can react. But you want to start to, it's okay if you react, but I want you to start to transition where you do know your power. You aren't so worried about it. And you are, and it's not like you even went backwards if you react to circumstances, because you don't have to create that. You're not going back. You could start right here and start even stronger and realize you're even more powerful. How do I get rid of the third party in my head? What can I tell myself? You tell yourself that you're the best and the only option, and you are amazing and you're incredible and no one compares to you. So you focus on who you are and you're the best. I have a video on YouTube called I Am the Prize. If you click on my bio, so listen to videos like that, or I am. I also have a video in the playlist. It's self-concept affirmations. Those would be powerful for you to listen to. I am you want to create that you're confident. Like, I am confident. I am chosen. I am the prize. I am a priority. You want to see yourself that way. And that will reflect in your world. But if any of you are interested, I did start about 3 weeks ago, I started a coaching group, a monthly coaching group. The link's in my bio, where I go live every day on Zoom, almost every day, except Sunday. I've been going live almost every day, but Sunday. I talk about everything, lifestyle, manifesting. Manifesting is a lifestyle in every area of your life. So, and this week I'm going to be talking about like manifesting to lose weight, being able to overcome circumstances, pretty much any topic any topic that you want to talk about, I'm talking about there, and all the videos are recorded and saved there. So if you want additional help, that's a great group to have community support, change your beliefs about how your world works, and get a little, support and secure in your manifesting. All right, guys, I intend that you get this and you understand this on a deep level. You're powerful. You can change anything. Literally, you could change it tonight. Just believe that. Make that one of your foundational beliefs, okay? Have a great day. Bye, everybody.